So, good morning to all my dear students. I hope all of you maybe received my valuable information from the video classes. So, how many members are taking very serious about my video classes? I don't know. But anyway, so depend on uh, my thinking. So at least you got a little bit of knowledge in the subject through this kind of explanation. Anyway, how many are taking very serious? I don't know. But anyway, my request, please take some time and provide some time to gather the valuable information, what I'm saying, what I'm explaining. These are two different subjects compared to remaining. So when you compare to first semester of the PG course, this is a very, very dry subject. That purpose, it is not possible to able to conduct the practical examination also. Anyway, so this when you feel easy means easy, hard means hard. That like is there no, but I don't want to take much time. And today I want to discussing about very, very easy and repeated important examination point of view topic is CPU. Yes, you know everything about CPU, I think. Daily you observe, anywhere you simply observe what is CPU and what is the working of the CPU, what is the main role of CPU, everything. Already in the previous semesters and UG sections, under graduation, you have to receive some valuable information about CPU. Yes, we know CPU is called brain of a computer. Why this is called a brain of a computer? So I think you have some idea about why this is called brain of the computers. Means what? Any kind of file, any small kind of file in the computer will be processed by a central person is called CPU. Means CPU is not only person, is a very responsible as a controller, is a manager to manage any kind of commands, how it is possible to convert the input data into the output data. It is a good processor to processing any kind of files like a input to output. So it is a very good processor to process the meaningless data into the meaningful data. So based on this total means any kind of small responsibility in the computer will be taken by the risk. It is called CPU. Today we're discussing about small information about CPU in the computer organization. So based on this topic, before that, every CPU having three units. It is having three units. Number one is a memory unit. Number two is called control unit. Number three is called arithmetic and logical unit. You know. So what is a memory unit is there? No, memorize the data. Memorize the data. Memorize means maybe primarily or secondarily, I don't know. You want to memorize into permanently is called secondarily. No, sir, temporarily means is a primarily. So computer is only device. User wants to store the data permanently means secondarily. Temporarily means primarily. But the storing is taken by the CPU. Now you can say that CPU is called storage manager. CPU is called a storage manager. At the same time, control unit, yes, is a good controller. CPU is called good control to control any kind of file which is given by the user. Which is given by the user. What is the meaning of controlling is there? Control means the purification. My data is true or false. My data is true or false. My data is meaningful or not. That kind of verification taken by the controlling. As per computer language, control depends on two numbers is called 0 and 1. The combination of 0 and 1 is called binary system. So 0 means no, 1 means yes, 0 means false, 1 means true, 0 means no, 1 means yes. Means what? Whatever the correct process will be taken by the user means it is a simply yes. Any drawback is occurred means false. So based on this total discussion and what is the main purpose of the CPU in the computer organization, everything we'll be discussing in the topic. According to computer organization and computer architecture, CPU is called the brain of a computer, just I told. Why? Because all files which are existed in the logical computer are controlled with set of instructions into sequentially. Set of instructions. Sir, I won't take the printout, means control plus P. You can simply process, you can simply follow control plus P for print, control plus V for paste, control plus C for copy, control plus X for cut. This is called commands. As per computer language, it is called instructions. These instructions will be given by a person is called CPU. As per computer architecture, CPU consists of three units like a memory, control, and arithmetic and logical unit. Just I told. According to memory, we can simply memorize the data into primarily and secondarily. As per control unit, we can simply control the data or verify the data into sequentially. Small data, big data, I don't know, but user given every kind of files will be received by the computer, take the process like a control means that is a true means without errors is called meaningful data, with errors is called raw data. So we can simply convert the raw data into the purified data is called output and input data. Everything is taken by the CPU. Next is goes to arithmetic and logical unit. Arithmetic means combination of four operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. By using this arithmetic operation, we can simply solve any kind of mathematical data or what is called a formulated data by using this kind of operations. And logical operators is called and, or, not, XOR. These are called logical gates. But by using this total operation, we can simply solve the particular data, we can solve the particular information, whatever you want. And this goes to here, and very important duty of CP is called General Register Organization. ఇది మీకు షార్ట్ టైప్ క్వశ్చన్ లో వచ్చే అవకాశం ఉందండి. So put a little bit of focus on this topic. So when you carefully observe this topic means General Register Organization. Register like a directory. As per computer language, register is called directory. Are you catching my point? Directory means what? When the user will be provided the one file in the computer, computer receive that file after saving. After saved by the user, it will be stored like a one register, like a directory. File number 1, file number 2, file number 3, file number 4, file number 5, like a sequentially. But this is depend on A to Z, Z to A. And for example, 10 files in 10 files, first your file goes to 1, second file 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. is also possible, and is called reverse register is called as top to bottom. Like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటండి? ఇన్ ద కంప్యూటర్ మనకు కావాల్సిన ఫైల్స్ ని ఎలా రిజిస్టర్ చేస్తుంది అంటే అప్ టు డౌన్ కావచ్చు, డౌన్ టు అప్ కావచ్చు. దట్ ఈస్ ద మ్యాజిక్ ఆఫ్ ద సిపి. And general register organization is a process to reduce the memory access leads. Means what number of files is there? No, but it is possible to given whatever you want file. మీకు ఏ ఫైల్ కావాలో ఆ ఫైల్ ని విత్ ఇన్ సెకండ్స్, ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ సెకండ్స్ టైంలో మీకు ప్రొవైడ్ చేయాలి అంటే you can simply maintain the sequential process. ఏం రాశాను నేను ఇక్కడ? ఇట్ ఈస్ అ ప్రాసెస్ టు రెడ్యూస్ ద మెమొరీ యాక్సెస్. అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటండి? నంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఫైల్స్ ని ఒక సీక్వెన్స్ గా పెట్టేసి, సో దీస్ కాల్డ్ కృష్ణసార్ ఫైల్స్, దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ ప్రవళిక ఫైల్స్, దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ ప్రవర్ష ఫైల్స్, దీస్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ద సాయి ఫైల్స్. We can simply imagine. So, why it is అంటే రిజిస్టర్ ఎందుకు మెయింటైన్ చేయాలి? Why we have to maintain the register is there? Leads to quicker execution of instructions. So we can simply apply the instruction into the seconds of time, little bit of time from memory locations. So these are very, very important factors there. These registers hold data. Hold means what? You can simply capture the data and allowing for faster and more efficient processing compared to not press heavily on the memory. సో మెమొరీ యూనిట్లో మనకు కావాల్సినటువంటి లొకేషన్ పైన స్ట్రెస్ అవ్వకుండా, హెవీ బర్డన్ అవ్వకుండా రిజిస్టర్స్ ఏం చేస్తాయండి? వీ కెన్ సింప్లీ క్యాప్చర్ లైక్ ఎ సీక్వెన్షియల్ ప్యాటర్న్. We can simply capture like a sequential one by one. Why? Because in the bulk amount of data, we can simply identify this is my file, this is my file. So that's duty is taken by the register. This can improve performance by reducing memory access. Heavy data, big data means taking a lot of time is there. Low amount of data means it is easy to find out the particular file, then produce. And enabling more complex computation with the CPU. Computation means not a mathematics, it is called as a observation. What is the correct file? What is the not correct file? Incorrect file, sorry. What is the incorrect file? I want only Tara file means you can simply go to Tara file. That is your file. Not second person is not able to see that person. A particular file is there. Why? Because that file is not that person. మీకు ఏ ఫైల్ అయితే కావాలో ఆ ఫైల్ మాత్రమే తీసేసుకుంటారు. అలా ఐడెంటిఫై చేయడానికి మనకి మెమోరీ యూనిట్లో రిజిస్టర్స్ ఉంటాయండి. ఆ రిజిస్టర్స్ ఏం చేస్తాయి? మనకు కావాల్సిన ఫైల్స్ని సీక్వెన్స్గా అరేంజ్ చేస్తాయి. Multiple registers allow for more complex calculations and data manipulation. Manipulation is a very, very important word is there. Manipulation. What is the right file? What is the wrong file? Manipulation. For example, మనకు కావాల్సిన ఫైల్ ఉందనుకోండి, అక్కడ మిస్టేక్స్ ఉంటే ఆ మిస్టేక్స్ ని అవాయిడ్ చేసేసి దానికి కావాల్సిన రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ ని యాడ్ చేసేసి we can simply make that file is a correct mode. Make that file into correct mode. That is called manipulation. So up to write of the particular file, we can simply apply the processes, methods, properties, whatever you want. మనకు కావాల్సిన ఫైల్ని రైట్ ఫైల్ చేసేంత వరకు ఆ డ్రాబ్యాక్స్ ఏమన్నా డ్రాబ్యాక్స్ని అన్ఫిల్ చేస్తూ మనకు కావాల్సిన ప్రాపర్టీస్ని అప్లై చేస్తూ దాన్ని ఒక కరెక్ట్ పొజిషన్లో తీసుకొచ్చడాన్ని మ్యానిపులేషన్ అంటారు. ఇదంతా ఎవరు చేస్తారండి? రిజిస్టర్ చేస్తుంది. సో దట్ పర్పస్ the CPU memory unit is a very crucial. In the memory unit, registers are very crucial. But these registers will be taken by the one process is called General Register Organization, GRO. It's a very, very good and important crucial role of the particular item in the CPU. Then we go to next one is there stack organization. I think you have the experience in the C in the first semester programming in C. Stack is called as like a plus or minus. How it is called plus or minus is called stack is there? Yes, increment and decrement. Increment operators, decrement operators. Pop and push. It's clear, no? But we are simply taking as a stack is a I think you have the experience about the pop and push in the C languages then. So I'm writing here, a stack is a storage device, storage component in which the information or item stored last is retrieved first. So we can simply store the last is there, no? We can simply read as a first is there. అంటే మన can simply say that simply మీకు ఎలా చెప్పాలంటే simple example like a what is called water ఇప్పుడు మీకు తెలుసా అండి మన ఒక వాటర్ బాటిల్లో మనం వాటర్ పోస్తాం కదండి సో వీ కెన్ సింప్లీ fill up the water in water into the one kind of can is there no it is like a fill like a sequential is there so the bottom file is called first file is there. Okay, the counting is goes to last, but we can simply recognize the first file. As per tank, what is called as per box. For example, ఒక చిన్న బాక్స్ అనుకోండి బాక్స్ లో కొన్ని మనం ఐటమ్స్ వేస్తాం. So first item is goes to last. As per our count is goes to first one, but as per box is goes to last one is there. Okay, అంటే బాక్స్ పరంగా చూస్తే ఫస్ట్ వేసిన ఐటమ్ లాస్ట్కి వెళ్తుందండి బట్ యాజ్ పర్ అవర్ నాలెడ్జ్ దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఫస్ట్ ఐటమ్ యాజ్ పర్ బాక్స్ లాస్ట్ ఐటమ్ దీన్ని అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటండి మనం ఫస్ట్ వేసిన ఐటమ్ని లాస్ట్గా కౌంట్ చేస్తే దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ గోస్ టు స్టాక్ ఇస్ దే ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ హియర్ స్టోర్డ్ లాస్ట్ ఈజ్ రిట్రీవ్డ్ ఫస్ట్ very carefully said. Basically, a computer system follows a memory stack organization with two type of stacks like a pop and push is there. Pop means delete an element with a decrement operator like a minus minus decrement operator. Push means include a new element. అక్కడ delete అండి ఇక్కడ include new element with the increment operators. Pop and push are controlled by the stack pointer. ఇది మీకు ఫ్యూచర్లో ఇంటర్నల్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్లో రాబోతుందండి. Pop and push are controlled by dash. Controlled by stack pointer, SP. It implements at start of the stack. So where I am beginning, the register, that is an important factor is there. Stacks are classified into mainly two types, that is called register stack and memory stack is there, no? So the simple diagram is there, no? Diagram is very important in the examination. Yes. Register stack means a small number of memory which used to implement the data element with the full and empty. Full and empty. And the meaning ఏంటండి? So we can simply, register means what? Number of files are there. Like a sequentially. So data items are there. These data items will be filled by the particular user is clear now. But we can simply empty with the bottom of the file. And the meaning ఏంటంటే మనం ఫైల్స్ అన్ని డ్రాగ్ చేస్తాము కానీ తీసుకోవడం మాత్రం లాస్ట్ తీసుకుంటాం ఎందుకంటే ఫస్ట్ ఐటమ్ కాబట్టి it is the first one kabatti. So first one, second one, third one. Meaning we are counting. After filled the entire files in the register, we can simply counting from the bottom. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That like this. Bottom to up. Very important factor is there. If the stack is full, total stack is full with registers, then indicated by 1 or full register. When the stack is empty with null registers, then indicated by the empty or 0. Just I told in the previous, 0 and 1 is there. When the registers are implemented in the files means 1, full. When the register is totally empty means it is 0 indication. But it's a simple diagram is there, no? But this is called stack is there, no? So here is the bottom of the file is there. Okay, bottom file. So this goes to first file. Last file. As per the stack, it is the last file. But as per counting, it goes to first file. Confuse కావద్దండి ఇక్కడ. As per this stack, ఈ file ఏమవుతుందండి? Last file goes to as per stack, the last one goes to last. But at the counting of the first one it goes to first file is there. Clear, no? సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈ సింపుల్ బాక్స్ అనుకోండి. ఇక్కడ నేను బుక్స్ ఏం చేస్తున్నాను, ఫస్ట్ బుక్స్ పెట్టాను, సెకండ్ బుక్ పెట్టాను, థర్డ్ బుక్ పెట్టాను, ఫోర్త్, ఫిఫ్త్ ఇట్లా పెట్టుకుని పోయాను. ఇప్పుడు ఏమైపోయిందంటే ఇక్కడ ఈ ఐటమ్ ఏమవుతుంది, లాస్ట్ అవుతుంది కదా, ఇదేమవుతుంది ఫస్ట్ అవుతుంది కదా. కానీ యాజ్ పర్ దిస్ ట్యాగ్ వీ కెన్ సింప్లీ రీడ్ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ ఫస్ట్ ఫైల్. ఫస్ట్ రిజిస్టర్, సెకండ్ రిజిస్టర్, థర్డ్ రిజిస్టర్, ఫోర్త్ రిజిస్టర్, ఫిఫ్త్, సిక్స్త్, సెవెంత్ ఇలా ఉంటుందండి. దీన్నే ఇక్కడ సింపుల్ గా బాటమ్ టు అప్ అంటారు. ఓకే, సో ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ హియర్ ఫ్రమ్ ద అబోవ్ డయాగ్రామ్ the stack pointer is first going to point at the address is 3001 here, 3001 here, then goes to 3000 ఎందుకంటే బ్యాక్ కాబట్టి, then goes to next decrement, from beginning increment here, from bottom decrement here. Is clear, no? So this goes to here. The stack pointer is first going to point at the address is a 3001, and then the stack will grow with the decreasing addresses. తగ్గుతూ పోతా ఉంటాయండి. It means that the first item is going to be stored at address 3001 means the second item goes to 3000, third goes to 2999, that like is there. And the items can keep getting stored in the stack until it reaches the last address goes to 2000, where the last item will be held. Stopping. When you stopping means the counting number is a final number, that is goes to maybe 2000. As per this diagram, this goes to final means stack is over, it goes to last number. No sir, I will simply continue my process. I will continue from my process means last number goes to 1000. That is important factor is there, no? Here the data which is getting inserted into the stack is obtained from the data register, and the data retrieved from the stack is also read by the data register. Well, how do you maintain? సో మిందే చెప్పానండి, పుష్ అండ్ పాప్లో అంటే స్టాక్లో ఏం చేస్తామండి, మీరు బిగినింగ్ టు ఎండింగ్ వస్తారా, ఎండింగ్ టు బిగినింగ్ వస్తారా, ఎనీవే, బట్ ద కౌంటింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద రిజిస్టర్ is called fixing. Means number 1 bottom, from bottom to up means number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No sir, from increment, from bottom up to top to bottom means what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that like. So these are very, very simple factories there, no? Anyway, so this is a small information about CPU and general register organization and next stack organization and memory stack. So I think you take number of rewinds means your doubts may be clarified. So I hope all of you received the valuable information from this class. So one of the important examination point of view, repeated question. So be careful about this topic. Anyway, so read carefully, listen carefully, then write this information in your notes. Thank you very much.